Yo, it's Mo, and I'm in here. Thank you for listening to the Mix of Black Girl Magic podcast on Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you guys. Download Anchor. Thank you for joining us again for part 2 of Power Couples. This episode will be a little bit more insightful and fun than part 1. I truly hope you enjoy it and get ready to hear more from the Mix of Black Girl Magic podcast. First statement that I would make, and Ladera and I were talking about this earlier today, and I was just shooting some out. But one of the statements that I think people think is that a Black lesbian relationship, whatever, is just automatically going to be toxic because of like the stereotypes that are associated with Black women, and just etc. So, in your experience, do you agree or disagree with that? Like that a Black lesbian relationship is automatically going to be toxic?
I was gonna say in my experience, and haven't been in the game so long, but my experience was mostly in California, right? And everybody is very open and accepting of certain things. So I've never really experienced Black lesbians that are toxic. The majority of ones that I see like to turn up and have fun and enjoy the company of other Black women. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to Crave, which is like a kind of like Miami Sweet Heat or whatnot, you know, everybody was just having a good time, drama free, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, meeting new people and exchanging experiences and things of that nature. So in my experience, I haven't experienced the toxicity that people might deem Black lesbian couples.
Fact.
Yes.
Anybody else want to chime in on that one?
I think that is true. I think stereotypically that's probably, again, something that's made like stereotype, but I feel like it's true. But if we take that energy that we would use towards, you know, being negative and use it towards getting help or addressing our mental issues, at least as we've been speaking about so far on this podcast, I feel like that it can turn a negative toxic relationship into a dynamic, you know, what do they call it? The kids call it these days, a power couple or whatever.
Power couple, yes.
Yes, like, and I think that's another like a level that we get to, because I see it so often. Like I see it so often that we are up there looking good, and like, but I feel like it's also a level of jealousy that we don't get shown as much, or even more so anxiety that we have, so we don't necessarily take these like upfront ass roles, opportunities. We're doing like the backdoor stuff, not necessarily backdoor, but behind the scenes stuff, like producing or ghostwriting or something like that. But no, I think that either or, I think that if we put that energy towards something good, because we have such good energy, aka Black girl magic, whatever you want to call it, but like yes, I feel like it can be either or. I feel like what we do to cultivate it, however which way we go, you know. Yes, that's our
absolutely
choice. Yeah.
Teresa, what do you think?
I definitely I agree with Sequoia. I think it was well said. I don't feel like I have anything else to put, but I will say though that any relationship can be toxic. Like if you don't, like we've been saying it this whole podcast, if you don't work on yourself, you're not going to be ready for a relationship. So
exactly,
whether it's like 2 Black males or 2 white women, it's going to be toxic if one person don't have, you know, their self-awareness.
Yes, I agree.
Absolutely.
I would have to disagree. I think that, I guess from the outside looking in, it may look like that with all the stereotypes and whatever is on television and what's on social media. But I think there's so many different levels to relationships. They're all different. So you can't just like put all of us in one category. And then from being in a relationship, Mo's like my first Black girl I've ever dated. Other than that, I've dated all different types of nationalities. So I think that I feel like it's different in a little bit. I think all women is different dealing with, but I think for Black women, you have that extra with Black women that is just like you have to deal with the world and also your relationship at the same time. It's not just like you have like a privilege and you don't have to deal with the outside world in your relationship. So yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but I kind of felt like, it was good.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. It's basically the point of the podcast, Sequoia, you know, as well as what you were saying, interested. It's like we are on the Mix of Black Girl Magic podcast, and this is the name because I think our magic or our goodness or our energy mixes in all aspects of our lives. And just like you guys were saying, depending on how you cultivate it, it could be toxic or it could be amazing. And I think we went through whatever we went through to get to this point of like, yeah, this is no longer toxic. This is actually on the side of, moving towards the side of like amazing and like where I needed to be and what was a great partner for me. So I think just as, we can be toxic, we can be equally as dope and amazing and in love and all the things, So yeah, that's my take on that. So thank y'all for answering. I got another one. Black lesbian couples, they say that like we move in together too fast, and that's just for lesbians in general. Like they just like we have this U-Haul joke or whatever. So do y'all think y'all moved in too fast, or like that Black lesbians or lesbians in general move in too fast?
I personally agree with that statement. I think that dating women in general moves faster. I feel like feelings flow more freely. I feel like women push each other because we're women, and that's, what I'm saying, like especially for Black women, we're usually the underdog in a situation, right? So you want to see not only your spouse or your partner, but you want to see Black girls do well in general, right? So you love on them different. So I think, yes, those relationships tend to move fast. And sometimes you can look back and be like, damn, maybe we should have slowed down. But usually you find yourself in a point where you are where you need to be. Even though you did move fast, you learned or you got something out of it and you grew to become a better person. So I do agree, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
Okay, good.
I would have to agree too. I think that sometimes people don't get to know the other person enough to be able to be like, okay, let me navigate this, and then it becomes like this toxic relationship because you don't know the other person. But I also sometimes think that like what Shakia said, it's like I do think it is a good thing sometimes because you find a good thing you just know it's right.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, good. Brittany, Sequoia, Teresa, chime in.
Here.
Okay, so
no comment, big dog.
I'll comment. So I feel like in most cases, first I agree. We do move in too fast, but and toxic situation. Like, if you are with someone who is prone to be toxic, or you just kind of miss the signs on the way in, you know what I'm saying? But like, it be like that. But I feel like you guys move in, but it's in a good space, because I feel like for me and Sequoia, we really met each other at a really great time. Like, we didn't even know it, given both of our situations. So it has only been great for us, being that we moved in. And I won't, even in our case, like, it wasn't so fast, but like we did it probably a year in or so, but like going through a situation, and so it worked out in my case. And we're still here. It helped us to learn each other, help us to push each other into the space that we are in now. So yeah, I agree that it is a thing. But
so we got a lot of agreement. Does anyone disagree?
I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think it's a problem that that lesbians moving together fast, but I think if you guys have the same goals and the same vision, so like it's not a problem at all. Also, like, you have that double income, so why not?
Okay. And that's why I was like, if you miss the signs on the way in, now that's hard for you. But because it's like that's where they get that stereotype from. It's like, oh, y'all moved in too fast, now y'all hate each other, want to kick each other out, want to fight, this, that, and the third. But it's just like, no,
we just missed the flag. Sorry, they weren't red, they were like dark pink.
Right. I get that. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all feedback on that, because I don't see it as a bad thing either. Y'all made all valid points, and I think it's like you find your best friend, y'all want to have fun together, like that's pretty much that.
They just be jealous. People just be jealous. That's all. They got no friends, they bored.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too, because I feel like dudes a lot of time like drag their feet, and it's like that's what I'm saying, shorty right there. So do you what you need to do.
Man, me and Sequoia dance together in the kitchen, all kinds of things. What talking about? What?
I will say all the things that I used to do to annoy my sisters, like being all up in your face, jumping on your bed. I can do that and feel comfortable when I do it. Walk around the house making up songs like, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do that and not be embarrassed to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's not a bad thing.
I was just telling Brittany that she because she's the youngest of y'all, and y'all be treating her like the little sister, because she's a little sister. And now that she out the house and she got me, she treats me like I'm the little sister. I'll be eating something, she'll come over and just take like some fries out. I'll be drinking something, she'll take the first sip. I hate when people take the first sip of my drink. Do not take the first sip out of my drink. And she don't care, bro. She just don't care.
That's typical though, because we definitely grew up annoying each other, but in the most loving way. And so that for you, I promise you, Brittany, one of your statements was about like how they just be jealous, and one of my things was going to be about that, but I decided to go against it.
They bad or no?
No, like that right there. I know what you're talking about, but I mean, off the record, I had a conversation with another woman, and we that's for another day, conversation for another day. But yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. It's just weird.
To be continued.
Yeah, it's just weird. That's all.
Okay, and that's the good thing too. Like, we can continue these conversations off the podcast.
you know,
Yeah, like yeah. Because that was like we connected on that. They just have like a weird obsession. I don't know.
Okay. So look, my last statement here is like that. Well, I think it's a generalization that like Black lesbian couples that we get bored. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the thing of like lesbian bed death or whatever, but we get bored or we're just boring. And like, do y'all agree or disagree with those? Because y'all know I disagree.
You talking about as far as in the bedroom?
I mean, I ain't want to go that far into it, but you know, just like in general.
No, ain't no boredom over here.
Yeah, I don't know about the boredom in the bedroom.
They just
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Let's just say,
So
yeah.
I don't think we get bored. I don't think that's a thing. I think we get comfortable, right? So when you find somebody that you can do anything with and you can sit in the house all weekend and watch Netflix, that might be boring to somebody, but that's what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no way. Yeah. So that's not necessarily boring if that's what y'all want to do. Like sometimes we want to go out and sometimes we don't. In the bedroom, I don't think it gets boring either because it's so much to do. So yeah.
Okay, that's my thing. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things to do, and then of course, like just when it comes to like traveling or just chilling in, like we have a lot of options because genuinely or generally like we like the same things or we have a lot of things in common, or sometimes you just enjoy doing something that your partner enjoys.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't agree with that because that just goes back to us like we are each other's best friends,
Right.
So we ain't bored. We got a forever friend.
Right. We lit over here. And Dara, what do you think about that?
I would say the only way that it is true is if you're not in tune with your partner. Like that you're not interested, you're not trying to get to know your partner even more because your partner is not the same as they were when y'all first met. So yeah, that's the only time I feel like it's true, but other than that, it's not true. I definitely think that it's a long-term journey that every day is new. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. We be lit over here, and if and I get on your nerves sometimes, I'm sure, being too lit, too loud.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But just like we were saying, how Kid, you were saying like how the same stuff that we used to do to each other, like I can do that with Dara. Like I'll make some food and pretend like we at the drive-through or something.
Oh.
We be having a whole Food Network.
Oh. Brittany left me when I tried to do that. Oh.
That is funny.
So yeah. We find ways to still have fun.
Right. It's so cute.
Okay. So y'all, I really enjoyed this conversation with y'all. I want to give each of y'all a chance to like shout out what you're doing and just to have some fun, because if you listen this far, you know that everybody up here is lit and drops gems and drops jewels. So I want to have a little bit of fun with each of you. So let's start. I'm going to start this time with my Leo twin, Sequoia. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah, that's fine. I love starting. Okay,
good. Because I feel like you're gonna catch what I'm laying down. So, first, tell us how we could find you after the podcast on your social media, how we can support you.
Okay, so I made it easy. Broccoliana everywhere. So at Broccoliana, I think Broccoliana Avocado on Twitter. And then I'm on Instagram and Broccoliana on Facebook. And then if you go to my website, broccoliana.com, you'll see what I'm doing. I do the press-on nails. They're cruelty-free and vegan lashes now. It's BROCLIANA. So Broccoliana. But yeah, and I try and not post so many plants because I know that y'all are probably more interested in like plants, but I love plants, so I post all the trees I'm growing and stuff like that. And yeah, Broccoliana, Brocliana. Yeah.
Big Brock, okay. And so, I'm gonna definitely try to, I'll shout you out wherever I post or share this. And so, for a quick little fun, I'm gonna give you 3 would you rather's really fast, and you just tell us who you would rather.
Okay, I'm good. Go ahead, let me know.
Okay, so first I'm gonna do Keke Palmer or Raven Simone.
Keke Palmer.
Okay.
That should have been asked before.
Yeah, because Raven's not black no more, so ew.
Sorry, Raven. Kelly or Michelle?
Kelly? Are you talking about Roland?
Uh-huh.
Roland or Price? I can't.
I'm going to give you Kelly, Roland,
Kelly,
and Michelle.
Okay, Roland or Michelle one. Okay, Kelly, Roland. Duh.
Okay, easy. And okay. Naomi Campbell or Tyra Banks?
Okay.
Ooh, I like the snap.
Stop snapping. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go with both.
Both. I'm here for that as well. Thank you so much, Victoria. A girl after mine own Leo Hart. I appreciate you. Next, let's do Teresa. Teresa, is it okay if I get you to share with the listeners where they can find you after this podcast, and then I'll ask you a few who you rather.
Of course. So you can find me on Instagram, Ressa's Method. If you want to see some interior styling tips and pictures of architecture and interior design, follow me on Instagram at Ressa's Method.
At Ressa's Method. I got it, and I will tag you whenever I post about this episode. So, who would you rather?
Okay. Let's do this.
I don't even know where to go with this, but I'm just gonna go somewhere. So let's do Janelle Monae or Erykah Badu.
Why did she give her that one? That's
terrible. Why would you do that? I would have to say Erykah.
Oh, the disrespect.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Eva Pickford or Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta?
She got good ones.
Eva from Next Time Model?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Eva.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Stop.
It's the eyes.
It's the eyes for me.
And then let's do Lena Waithe or Debrat.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna take this with a personal way. Take this with a personal way.
First of all,
Lena.
Lena.
I knew she was gonna say that. She looks like a Lena lover. I knew it.
Don't come for my sister, Sequoia.
First of all, I've been wearing my hair like the brat since I was like 7 years old. I can't believe she just said that.
It's a shock,
but it's
Who said she chopping both?
Brittany.
Thank you, Teresa. Again, I appreciate your answer. So let's go with Brittany since she's chopping everybody.
I'm gonna take all this personal. Come on. What's up?
Can you tell me where we can find you after this episode?
At B Perella. You can certainly follow me if you'd like. I definitely promote my girlfriend and my sister, stuff like that. So yeah, B Perella, Ella A.
Hey.
All right, hit me.
Okay, bet. Of course, this may be hard as well because I know you picky. Okay. Who would you rather?
First of all, keep it cute.
I'm going Gabrielle Union or Issa Rae.
Gabrielle for sure. And I don't know
Okay.
why. Issa
Yeah, she don't do it for me.
she just don't do it for me.
But she's a
Like-
great producer, and we love you, Issa.
That's a
Yes, you are
fact.
great.
Shout out to Issa. Shout out to Issa
Okay.
for life. But yeah, it's Gabby.
Yeah,
It's Gabby
it's
for me.
definitely a Gabby. Okay. Let's see. I'm usually really good at this and like on the fly, but I guess you're like just a different breed. So I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Lisa Ray or Toni Braxton.
So you mean Players Club, Lisa Ray, or
Yes, sir.
What other Lisa Ray is there?
it's like Ray because she look different today.
Oh yeah.
So
Players Club, Lisa Ray.
Players Club, Lisa Ray, or
Toni Braxton.
Toni Braxton. Okay. That's quite the catch. That's quite the catch.
Sequoia, will you please start snapping?
Leave me. I'll do what I can. Brittany snaps for me. My videographer handles all of that. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Toni Braxton or
Make her. Snap.
no Toni Braxton or
Sorry.
who?
Lisa.
Lisa Ray.
Girl.
Should have brought you.
It's gonna have to
I'm
be
gonna
Toni
snap
for
better.
me.
I get what you mean.
Give me the shortcut, Toni, too.
Oh, Toni Braxton.
Oh yeah, Tony.
That's what she was.
Okay, I'm here for that, Pooh.
All right.
And then, last but not least, I'm gonna hit you with Lauren London or Carrie Hilton.
Lauren. Noonan.
Really?
Actually, I want Lauren.
Yeah,
I want the Lauren from ATL.
So new anyway. Lauren London. Lauren London.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
here for
Or
Lauren.
even like regular Lauren because. Right.
I appreciate those answers.
Okay, per.
It's my little sister, just so y'all know. And Ladera,
Yes.
would you tell us where we can follow you after this podcast episode?
You can find me at Ladera Fine Art, Ladara Fine Art, and I'm just sharing my art, my journey. You can buy some prints, all that good stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. And of course, I will definitely tag you when I post about this episode. Would you rather Nene or Cynthia?
Cynthia, it's the legs.
Okay, that would be
A set of legs.
She does have nice legs.
got some legs on her to be 50 Cent. Okay. Let's go with Kyla Pratt or I'll give you Keke Palmer.
Jesus. Do I have to pick because
You can choose both.
no, I don't want either.
She doesn't like many things.
I guess Keke. I go with Keke.
It's college.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I did. I did Keke by default.
Yeah.
I think you chose
I mean,
both.
she's
Which
cute.
was the one you chose both on, Sequoia?
I mean, she's cute.
Naomi.
Oh yeah, Tyra.
Okay.
Because even though Tyra got that forehead, like she still is. I mean, Naomi takes it for me too, but like Tyra has this like dominance that I crave sometimes.
Naomi got that dominance.
I mean, Naomi has a dominance, but in like a you're gonna do what I tell you to do kind of way. But Tyra has this dominance, like just do this, and I don't even care. I'm gonna pay attention to some other shit. Like fuck you.
Yeah,
I love this. I'll just get quiet and let y'all go off. Ladera, we got one more here, and I'm going to give you Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj.
Ugh, I love both. I'm gonna do both.
Can
I
I
can't choose.
I mean, Ladera,
Huh?
I think you should choose Tina Snow.
Okay, because
How about Tina Snow and the younger Nikki?
yes. I
Because
love
she's
that.
the real deal Holyfield.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's the knees for me though, for Miss Snow.
Not the Melody Beans!
And
Okay.
then Meg about 5'9".
Okay,
I know she got the legs.
Okay, thank you, Ladera. I appreciate your answer. Y'all said Tina Snow, and I say yo is Mo. Let's be clear.
Oh, body, yada.
Hey, okay. So, don't get me lit. I was supposed to be on my best behavior.
All right.
So, Kia,
Last
where can we find you? Yes, of course, not least. And
so I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. I don't post much. I have been kind of absent, but if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can look up Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'm sorry, that's sugar.h.i.t. In case you didn't know what it meant though, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I will be going back on my fitness kick here, probably for the last part of the year. So my content will be back on and popping. So if you want to follow me there, do so.
yeah,
And you
okay.
should.
As we will, period. And of course, I will tag you once we share this episode. And so, Kia, would you rather
I'd rather not answer.
Cardi B?
I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh!
You're
Come on,
interested
be a
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay.
Cardi B or J-Lo?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm gonna have to go
Is
for the class.
Really?
Yes.
not class.
I don't.
That's what you like?
She just did Cardi for the class.
That's what you like, Shakira?
Oh, first of all, Cardi is she's like Nicki now. Like she ain't.
No.
Yeah.
First of all, did I compare them?
It's so different.
You
We
cannot
are a
put
house
them in the same
divided
category.
over here.
Do
This is a
not.
barred universe here.
Look, y'all forget I'm a little bit older than everybody on this podcast, so let me go with what I'm going with. Okay.
Okay.
So who are
She
you to
said
say?
what she said.
All right.
You talk about Selena, J-Lo, or
Absolutely, Selena J-Lo.
Right.
J-Lo.
Not 7 times divorced J-Lo.
No.
not thought bitch.
Okay. We love you, J-Lo.
Right.
I am here for this.
Shout out to J-Lo.
Okay, Kia, I got next for you. Megan Good or Beyonce?
Oh God.
You already know who I'm finna go with. First of all, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say both. One on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, both on.
And then Teresa got it covered for the weekend.
Okay, Leah,
This is shade. This is too much shade.
You said, wait, Brittany said, why you ain't set me up like that?
okay.
Right.
I'm trying to do good.
I couldn't. I peeped in.
Jessica, you can take me out.
Oh, I don't remember her name.
Christina Milian.
No, Jessica.
Okay, yes.
Jessica Alba and George Bryan.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, and let's do Winnie Harlow. You know who that is?
Yeah, don't play me.
Okay. Versus, let's do Lori Harvey.
Oh Lord.
Oh. I'm gonna go with Winnie Harlow because she's at a train station.
J-Lo is though.
J-Lo is a train station, but she didn't say I had to take her home.
She said she's a train station.
I'm just saying.
I think that kid is finding all these loopholes in a would you rather.
Hey,
Yeah, take it home.
no, I'm going for real. I'm going with Winnie. I actually think Winnie is a very beautiful girl, so I would go with Winnie Harlow.
I would agree. Classy, not trashy.
Okay.
Lori is definitely random.
She said train station. Oh my God.
Dang, I'm at to store that one.
Right. You gotta put that
Go.
in the same text.
I really have enjoyed this episode. Y'all are great. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all in real life. And I just want to say that.
I feel like it's
so
you don't get to do our who would you rather. You lucky.
Right.
I'm not good on coming up with people on the fly.
Yeah, that was
I mean, it's a few of y'all if y'all want to go for it.
Can you do me another one? Because I feel like mine could have been better.
Okay, Moesha, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, I was lying. I ain't got nobody.
No, I got you.
Go ahead, Pooh.
All right.
Come on. Come at me.
I know what she like. Jennifer Hudson or Tasty.
Ooh.
Oh, that's horrible. Don't do that.
You know
Tasty
I love
from
me a
Orange is
chocolate
the
thick woman.
Talk to him about
They
it.
both the same too. That's hard.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with both.
That is not your question.
Okay. Let me pick.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with. Oh no. So yeah, I'm gonna take both.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with
thank
both.
you. Thank you. I changed my answer back to both.
Well, I don't like.
Okay.
Okay, because J Hud got a little too tall for me, but like if she sing just right, I ain't gonna
Just
care.
try to take her shoes off. She is good, girl. She ain't
All
that tall.
right. So, okay. Next is gonna be
I got one too.
Go ahead, Darren.
Raven or the other Raven. You know, I don't know her last name, but no, her name's Amber.
Oh,
Hold on, let me look.
Okay,
Amber
wait,
Riley.
Or you
Yeah,
talking
Amber Riley or Raven.
Who is Amber? Wait, I gotta look her up.
I gotta look her up. Hold on.
She was on Glee.
Yeah.
Not know.
Singing or whatever.
Amber Riley. I'm just sorry. She got a dog.
I don't know who that is.
It is.
Oh, yeah, Amber Riley. She look like Brianna Taylor.
Lizzo.
She like Breonna Taylor.
You do.
Yeah, very much.
Yes.
She can sing.
Oh,
All right,
Lizzo.
Darren, take it
or-
home. Yes,
Okay,
Lizzo.
Lizzo or K Michelle.
So have y'all seen what K Michelle has done to her face though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like
She's
herself.
she's a whole
She's
new
a
person.
big fan though. Mo's a big fan.
Of the old Kim. Of the
Okay, Michelle. Right. And Lizzo doesn't necessarily wet my whistle, you know, but in that scenario, I would pick Lizzo.
Whistle.
Yeah, she do too much.
Yeah, she does a lot for me. I'm gonna pass
The,
it though.
the most you could ever do. She
Right.
has to do it.
Yeah, like there was like a T-shirt with a butt cutout situation at a Lakers game or something. I don't know. That was a lot.
I mean, I live for her, But I'm body positive for sure.
Oh,
But
yes. I love positive bodies.
I'm more like I like a little bit of class about yourself as well.
Yes,
So,
the class.
And then when they can sing too, that's
Who was the
that
other
seals
one?
the deal for me.
Who was the other one?
Okay, so Lizzo and who?
Amber Ryan.
No, Lizzo.
Oh, she said
K.
Lizzo
Michelle.
versus K. Michelle.
Yeah, but y'all saw what K. Michelle did though. So
Oh,
we're gonna pass on both. We said we're gonna pass on both. Neither one of them.
They both do the most.
Yes.
So neat.
That's
K.
why I
Michelle
think
looks
so.
like Kim Kardashian right now.
Hey.
I don't know what she's doing, but I'm not interested anymore.
Well, y'all, this is so much fun. Thank y'all for asking me questions. I did not expect that. And so I am going to wrap it up. So thank you all for tuning in to the Mix of Black Girl Magic podcast with your host, Yo, it's Mo. And I had some very special guests today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was so much fun recording it. And I would like to thank each and every one of our guests. Hope you guys learned something about the dopeness that is Black lesbian couples and our superpower. Join us next time for a Thank you for tuning in to part 2 of Power Couples. I hope you enjoyed this 2-part exclusive series. Go follow all the voices that you heard here and come back soon for the next episode on the Mix of Black Girl Magic podcast.